Well, the boat's pretty full of water, but we're pumping it out.
Friends, we are here.
It's raining!
And we're going to Kingston to maybe look at a boat.
Yeah, we're going to see a 27-foot Catalina in Kingston. It is a little bit smaller than what we might have been hoping for, but the price is right. The owner is looking for $1,000 for this boat, and it's an old boat. It's a 1977, but it looks like it's in really good shape, and I guess the owner just took it on as a project during COVID, and they ended up having a baby, and so they aren't able to financially and whatever complete the project. So we're gonna go take a look and see what we think. Hopefully, if it's all good, we might even buy it today. So exciting times. We're on the road down to Kingston, and we'll talk to you later.
We drove to Kingston to meet up with the seller. We didn't want to film him, so we didn't get a whole lot of footage of us inspecting the boat. But we looked at the exterior first. Bella's dad, who's more experienced with sailboats, offered to come and help us inspect. We noticed a crack in the fiberglass that encapsulates the keel, which could be easily repaired, but other than that, the exterior looked in good shape. Inside the boat, we noticed a ring about a foot above the top of the bilge, which means that water was sitting in the boat for some amount of time before we saw her. The previous owners lost the top hatch, and so we suspected that the boat had been full of water and snow over the winter. The electrical definitely needed to be redone, and the keel stub and bolts likely needed replacing, as this is a common issue on early model Catalinas. We didn't see any structural damage to the hull, and we found no blistering or delaminated fiberglass, and no issues below the waterline. We knew that there would be some issues with the boat. After all, it's being sold for $1,000, but it looked perfect for the project. A boat headed to the scrapyard that needed time and love to give it new life. So we bought her and came back the next weekend to start prepping her to be trucked up to Ottawa.
We just arrived at the boat. It's 2:30-ish on Saturday. We have a couple of goals for today. It's to basically prep the boat for actual repairs next weekend. We are going to have to pump some water out of the boat because the tarp that covers the top is off. But we brought a bunch of tools. We brought us some special crew over here to help us out. Bella's parents and brother, and we're gonna get after it.
Over the week that we hadn't seen Decision, it rained a lot. Her deck drains were clogged and ended up catching water in the cockpit, which was draining into the cabin instead of through the floor drains. We also put up a tarp over the companionway, which immediately got blown off in one of the storms. We pumped all the water out of the interior using a shop vac, and we brought some wood to make a temporary hatch to keep water out until we were able to bring the boat to Ottawa and work on a more permanent solution.
Well, the boat's pretty full of water, but we're pumping it out. We'll get it dry. We'll put a lid on it that's proper, not just a tarp.
We measured how big our wooden hatch would need to be and planned out how it would work. We also wanted something secure enough that we could use it for a little while at the school to give me more time to think of a more integrated design solution for the permanent hatch. While we were there, it started to rain very hard, so we took a strategy session break in the car. We ended up going with a wooden frame and a sheet of plywood draped over the frame and bent to it. It isn't the most perfect design, but it would work to keep the water out until we could get decision to Ottawa.
We just need to figure out some dimensions and cut some plywood and make a temporary little roof. There's my beautiful sketch. How architecture is that? Napkin sketch.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Dude, that looks sick.
Awesome.
We came back the next weekend with a little water in the boat that we vacuumed out. Our goal was to get the mast on the boat before the truck came at noon to take decision to Ottawa. We rigged the boom to work as a crane to lift the mast up and hoisted it up easily. We made some temporary cross braces for the mast with 2x4s, and she was ready to go. It all went according to plan, which is better than you usually get with most boat projects. Decision made it to her new home at Carleton, under the overhang at the entrance to the architecture building. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.
Ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba.